Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Eva, and today we are going to be swatching, reviewing, testing out the new, very bougie, very beautiful Gucci lip glosses. Now, I picked up 4 out of, I'll check in a second, but I believe there are 6 shades. I actually also picked up a 5th, but it hasn't arrived yet. I originally was only going to pick up 1, but then I asked myself, okay, what do I like to see in a lip gloss, lip oil type of video? And for me, I like to see more than 1 shade so that I can really understand what these look like on the lips and if there actually are differences, because for lip glosses and lip oils, so many of them look the same. So if you're interested in seeing the 4 shades that I have currently in my possession swatched on my lips, on my arm, and hear more about the formula and my review, then go ahead and keep on watching. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe. It does really help out my channel. Let's chat a little bit more about the launch. So there are 6 shades that were launched. 5 of them are colored. 1 of them is completely clear. I'm waiting, as I mentioned, for Birth of Pink to arrive, but I didn't want to hold off too much longer from reviewing these. These retail for a painful $42, and they are currently available at Sephora. They're also available at Nordstrom, and then I believe on the Gucci website. I'm going to read the claims from the Sephora app like I usually do, and then we'll start talking about them because I have been testing these out for a couple of days. So the claims from the Sephora app say a visibly plumping lip gloss that delivers subtle color with glass-like shine and up to 24 hours of comforting hydration. The ingredient highlights botanical plumping agent visibly increases lip volume by 22%. Hyaluronic acid and black rose oil improve lip hydration by 43%. And reflective polymers smooth the lips and add intense shine. So let's talk about the beautiful packaging of these lip glosses. They have little stars on them. I'm gonna actually show the darker shade because the stars may show up a little bit better. Definitely some glare from my lighting, so I do apologize for that. But it says Gucci, it has stars, and then it has a really, really beautiful gold embossed cap that has ridges. So the packaging quality is definitely there. I think one thing they could have done to really elevate it is instead of using plastic, they could have used glass. Ritual de Fille has a plumping lip cream, or just a lip cream, that recently came out, and they have glass components, and it just really elevates the luxury feeling. And for $42, they definitely can afford to do a glass component. So that is my one critique about the outer packaging. Now let's talk about the applicator. So the applicator is a pretty traditional lip gloss applicator. It's not completely flat. And it does appear to have, I'm trying to figure out if it has a little divot. Nope, it's just a completely flat applicator. No divot to catch product, just a normal lip gloss applicator. I want to give my initial experience with the product to share that, because here's like a little peek behind the curtain as a creator on YouTube, or a very small new creator. It's always a race to get a review up first. Like, whoever gets a product review up first is going to get more views, or it's a great way to get exposure for your channel. But I also really try to balance getting a review up with having enough time to sit with a product, because that's really important to me when I'm watching reviews for new releases, especially ones that are expensive. I want to know if people actually truly liked it beyond just a first impression. So I know this review is a little late, but I wanted to explain why. And by late, I mean like 2 days after other people. My experience with this product. So my experience thus far has been pretty positive. The wear time on it was pretty good. I applied the lip gloss, and then after an hour, the color had gone away, but there still was like a really nice coating on my lip. So for me, for like an hour wear for a lip gloss, personally, I was pretty impressed. Now, something that really did throw me off, however, it's the smell. Okay, so let me explain to you what's going on with the smell. So they have them scented floral, but then because they have the plumping ingredients, they also have the like spicy, you know what I'm talking about, like that spicy smell that all plumping glosses and lip products have. It's like not minty, it's just, it's a very distinct smell. Like, you'll know what I'm talking about. It is that very distinct smell that when you smell that, you're like, oh, this has a lip plumping component. So where it really throws me off is you have a artificial floral fragrance mixed with that plumping fragrance, and it is a weird smell. It is a weird smell. It's not like overwhelming. Like the floral is way less of a smell than that like spicy plumping smell, if you know what I'm talking about, but it's still weird. And I just don't get like why bother adding a floral scent? Like it just doesn't make sense for this type of product. That is something I wanted to mention. If you are sensitive to fragrance, you are not gonna like these. If you're like neutral to fragrance or it doesn't drive you too crazy, I don't think it will bother you, but they do smell quite weird. They're very stinky lip glosses. I will give them that. Let's go ahead now and actually try these on the lips. I am going to do these two like orangey shades and then the red, and then we'll end with Susanna Brown because this one obviously is gonna look different on the lips than these others, but I really wanna compare these guys back to back first. So let's first go in with Sadie Coral. It's a pretty spicy gloss also. I wanted to mention, like, it's higher on the spiciness. So if you are sensitive and you can't really handle a plumping gloss, this is not for you. It is not for the faint of heart. It's not like, it doesn't make my eyes water or anything, but it's pretty spicy and it builds over time. So when you initially apply it, you're like, oh, okay, this is fine. And then as it sits on your lips and it really starts to work, you will notice that little sting. So this is Sadie Coral after it is freshly applied. I'm gonna also zoom you in so you can look at my like lip size and lip lines right now, and then I'll come back in 5 to 10 minutes and we can look at where the lips are at after they've had some time to do a little plumping. Let me zoom you in though. Okay, so here we are, zoomed in, Sadie Coral, moments after applying the gloss. I'll be back in 10 to show you the plumping results. We are back. It has been around 10 minutes. I was catching up on Real Housewives of Salt Lake during that 10 minutes. Let me know in the comments below if you watched the current season. I did not, but after all the hype about the finale, I was like, okay, I need to catch up. So I'm on episode 3. I still have a ways to go. Anyways, back to the lip products. So these are the lips after 10 minutes. My immediate observation on my end, like looking in my mirror, is that they do look a little bit fuller, nothing crazy. What really stands out to me is just how sheer this shade is. I don't really see a hint of coral whatsoever. I would be interested, I'm not going to purchase the clear one, but I would be interested when these eventually come into Sephora stores to swatch the clear, because I feel like the Sadie Coral is essentially a clear gloss. Okay, now let's get into the other shades. Next, we are going to apply the shade Teresa in Red. This is basically just an orange, in my opinion. Like if you're comparing between Sadie Coral and Teresa in Red, it's more of a true bright orange. Let's go ahead and apply it. Curious to see what the pigment is like on this one. Oh, okay, this one definitely has more of a pigment. I can actually tell that this is like an orangish gloss, especially compared to Sadie Coral. And if you hear noise, it's my kitten trying to break into the room I'm in, but I kicked him out because he was trying to eat my fake flowers. Now he's beating down the door with his little 2.5-pound body trying to get in. Here we have Teresa in red. Let's remove this color and then move into the next one. I should also mention that Teresa in red is not available at Sephora, but it is available at Nordstrom. That's where I picked it up. Now we are going to move into Virginia Fuchsia, and it is what it sounds like. It is a bright fuchsia pink. I feel like I've become immune to the smell. The smell's not as bad as initially I thought it was. I think I've just gotten used to it. Okay, we're going in with Virginia Fuchsia. Oh, something else I want to mention is this gloss is not sticky whatsoever. It is not a sticky gloss. I'm not getting any of the weird spidery lines that you sometimes get when putting your lips together for a gloss. So that is a plus I want to mention. Looking in the mirror here, okay, this looks pinker on my lips than the, what was this one called again? Than Teresa in red. So this one is, the pigment is different. But again, here we have Virginia Fuchsia. And lastly, the shade that I was most excited about, we have, what is this one called? Oh yeah, Suzane Brown. And this immediately, at least the pictures online, made me think of Mahogany from Dior, the lip oil, which I love. Oh wow, okay, this is very, very pretty. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but this one is looking very different from all of the other shades. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is a shade that I think you can totally just wear alone. I feel like some of these other ones I would maybe want to wear with a lip liner underneath, but this one has enough pigment where I don't think you need to. This is really, really pretty. And again, this is the shade Suzane Brown. Those are the shades swatched on my lips. Now I'm going to do some arm swatches so we can see what they look like on the arm. So here we have Sadie Coral. Then we have Teresa in red, Virginia Fuchsia, and then Suzane Brown here at the end. Let's quickly digest and discuss those arm swatches. So as you could see, Sadie Brown was extremely, extremely sheer to the point where it's like almost clear. And then we built up in pigmentation from there. Suzane Brown is by far the most pigmented of the glosses that I tried, and I anticipate of the lineup, because the only ones I haven't tried are Bertha Pink, which is that light pink, and then the clear gloss. Okay, now bringing it home with my final thoughts. Overall, I think this is a solid launch from Gucci. I wish they'd gotten rid of the weird floral smell because that still throws me off. It's not actually that bad. I think as you wear it, it wears off, but it's just a weird choice. As far as shades go, Suzane Brown is by far the standout. It is very pigmented. I wish the rest of the lineup had more pigmented shades instead of such sheer ones, because it was a little bit hard to tell the difference between these. I could still tell, but wasn't major. So overall, I think it's a solid launch, but Suzane Brown is by far the standout. If you're considering getting one of these, get this. It's a unique shade. These ones, you can skip. You can find a similar shade in the Buxom lineup. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If this review was helpful and you decide to pick up one or any of these glosses, I would really appreciate you considering shopping my links below. It does help support my channel so that I can buy more products to review. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe. It also really helps out my channel. Let me know in the comments below, are you going to be picking these up? Would love to hear what you're thinking about this launch. Thanks so much, and I will catch you in my next video.